big geek.
I just want to please our fans.
Underwears.
What do I have to do?
Pants.
Not today.
Quail man.
I love
motherfucker.
Quail Man. I love Doug.
I don't remember how the theme song went.
That
wasn't a cue for you to start doing it. This dog name was Pork Chop.
And then there was a... I can't do that part very well.
Alright, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Sorry, if you're introing today, then I'm doing that to you. Go ahead, actually.
You didn't do it as loud as I do it.
I know because I'm not as good at it as you are. But anyways, try it again. I'll let you intro the show this time.
It's like, welcome everybody to the...
You can't do it to yourself. Do it now. Okay, you're starting now. Go.
Welcome everybody to the show, the Stinky Boy Show, Stinky Boy Road Trip, featuring me, Fright Shark, and my friend Nathan at Jafeman.
At Jafeman. I'm Nathan. I go by Jafeman on Twitter. I have a big dick.
If you haven't caught on, we did the old switcheroo.
You've been pranked.
Yeah, but also we have big dicks. Weird ones with, like, fingers.
For
what?
Yeah, big like it's a medical condition. Like, they experimented on my dick and it went horribly wrong, and now my dick has thoughts.
Oh shit! What time is it? It's about that time where it comes off, isn't it?
Nope, it already happened.
Oh, okay, good. Oh yeah, daylight savings time.
Yeah, yeah. It's everything. Everything is happening earlier and earlier. My dick is a farmer, and
that's good.
As the days end sooner, it also leaves sooner.
Is your dick settling down on the farm? What kind of farm does your dick have?
Corn.
A corn farm?
Yield's not good this season. A lot of weevils.
Is that right?
Yeah, probably.
That both doesn't and does sound correct.
I think it's right. I think weevils attacked the corn.
Does your dick have a lot of dogs?
No. Dick has no dogs.
What is dick?
Yes. We are still in the intro.
Yeah, we are. Man, I don't... How did these go? I usually just drone you out.
Yeah. It's okay, me too. You want me to go ahead and finish it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so right. As we established incorrectly, I'm Fright Shark. I have with me Jafeman, Jeff. You follow us on Twitter. You can follow the show at Stinky Boy Show. And you can also, I don't know, send us
subscribe
DMs.
to us.
Oh yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube and like our videos. Maybe click those links, get us a couple cents out of that YouTube money.
We're on YouTube now.
Yes.
Because SoundCloud is bad.
SoundCloud
charges you
yes.
butts of money to upload content like hours.
If you'll allow me to go on a little rant about SoundCloud. Am I allowed? Is that allowed?
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
I just wanted to make sure I was allowed.
You look like you really... I saw the gleam in your eye.
So I chose SoundCloud because it was already there. It's simple. You throw audio up there. I found out some things about SoundCloud shortly after we started doing the podcast. If you've listened to the first episode, we used copyrighted music in the intro and outro. Episode 2, that was quickly shut down. SoundCloud doesn't like you using copyrighted music, even though, as far as I can tell, there's no way for us to profit off of people listening on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But they don't like copyrighted music, which is fine. I found our intro that we have now, and I like it. It made me laugh the first time I listened to it, and I think it's really caught on. People seem to enjoy it. So with that aside, we settled that and we got past that rule. I had to pay for a pro account to upload 4 hours of audio a month. So if you think about it, I was paying them to upload my stuff, and then they were not letting me use copyrighted music. It doesn't make sense. They're already profiting off of me just giving them money. I don't think they profit off of ads. I don't ever see any ads on their site.
Yeah, I don't see ads on
So they don't really have any reason why copyright would be an issue. But either way, they didn't ever refill my monthly time when the last episode rolled around, episode 9. So I decided that we're just going to go to YouTube because we don't have copyrighted music for them to flag us there anymore. So why not? And that brings me to another quick point. This is our 10th episode right here.
This is our 10th episode.
God, I wish we hadn't recorded 2 in a week, because then I'd be able to count the weeks to figure out where we are.
Yeah.
It's our 9th week and our 10th episode. Fuck me. How do we fix that? We'd have to take a week off, right?
Yeah, we would.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. But I mean,
if we I kind of feel like I'm getting sick. You said you felt like you're getting sick. Maybe we'll both be too sick next week to record or something. I don't know.
No,
it'll
I think
happen.
I'll be fine next week.
I probably will be. So anyways, is there any other things we need to tell them?
Well, since we're on YouTube now, that opens up like a wider spectrum for us to, do more things. Like, we've always wanted to do like skits and like live action things.
Yes.
So we might be doing that soon. We're buckling down more on like things that we do. What are you doing?
I'm doing the money sign because we got to get some of that YouTube money so we can buy equipment. YouTube money.
Yeah. I don't think. Well, just because we're on YouTube doesn't mean we're gonna get like 50 cents.
YouTube money.
We'll buy a pack of gum.
I'm gonna get a GoFundMe so we can eat really nice dinners for a week.
Yeah, the GoFundMe sounds good.
I keep derailing you.
Man. So
10th episode.
Yeah, 10th episode.
All right.
I think like one of the things that we want to do, or at least I want to do, I think this would be fun. While we're doing some of our stupid diatribes, is that the right word?
Probably. I heard it in Clerks once, so I assume that's a good word.
Our tangents about like our stories and stuff. Whenever we're telling a story, I want to be able to record like a soundless, visualization. I want to record a video where there's no sound, because our podcast is still going to be overlaid over it, and basically we're going to be acting out the story, and I think that would be cool. But largely it would be us talking. Eventually, we'll have a more traditional podcast set up, I guess.
Maybe.
I mean, that's
some of that.
That's
money.
Yes.
I didn't say YouTube money that time. I just need regular money.
All right.
10th episode.
So Nathan, in our town, they're building a new shopping center.
Mm-hmm.
And so with new shopping centers, there tends to be like a new restaurant or two,
which we need.
Yeah.
I'm tired of driving 15 miles to get a fucking taco.
Yeah.
This town is horse shit.
In this town, we have a McDonald's. We have a Lido's Pizza.
Trash. Keep going.
Have Philly Flash.
Horse shit.
Yeah. Heavenly Chicken.
Balls.
Burger King.
Grease dick.
And a Wawa, which isn't really...
I'm cool with Wawa.
It's not a restaurant.
Wawa's fine. They have mac and cheese and hoagies.
Yeah.
And Monster energy drinks.
And then in the next town over north of us...
South of us.
Fuck!
Someone doesn't know their directions.
Damn it. There's north, south, west, and east. So...
Okay. And we're going south. There's nothing really significant west or east.
Well, what's north of here?
North is nothing really.
Well, my grandma's going to be disappointed in the letter I sent her. I drew a map.
It's probably a bad map.
Man. Anyways, the next town over we have Taco Bell. another Subway, I guess.
Oh, there's Subways.
There's an Applebee's. There's an Applebee's. There's an IHOP now.
There's a Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, Ruby Tuesday. That sucks though. I hate Ruby
Tuesday is bad. And the waiters there at that particular Ruby Tuesday, racist. Just so you know. One time we were there, the guy that was serving us, it was kind of late. Server came up and just sat down, started telling us racist jokes. Totally, for no reason. We didn't invite him over. He just popped a chair down next to us and started telling us a racist joke. So, not TGI Fridays, Ruby Tuesday, racist. Never eating there again.
There's an Outback
that you can never eat at because it's always packed.
I know, that's crazy.
Fuck that place. I've eaten there once.
There's another Lido's Pizza.
That's true. Mama Lucia's.
There is Mama Lucia's.
We have one in our town too.
That one's the nice one though.
Yeah. They got Panera.
Yes, they do have Panera.
Five Guys. Sakura.
And Sakura Express and Salsaritas.
Salsaritas. What a place.
Yeah, I like Salsaritas a lot. There are times where I hate it because I always get like this one angry teen girl who I always order the same thing. It's a large burrito. One time I ordered a large burrito and she grabbed a small tortilla and I was like, actually, I ordered a large. She scrapped the tortilla after I was like, okay, you could have just moved the things onto the larger tortilla.
Dump it onto the tortilla.
Yeah, but what she did that pissed me off was she got the large tortilla after she steamed it, quote unquote, threw on like all the meats and stuff that I asked for, but only the small amount, not the actual large amount that I wanted. So I basically still got a small burrito, but it was just a lot more tortilla, which was gross. But thankfully, they only charged me for the price of a small burrito.
A small burrito.
A small burrito.
I've only had one bad experience there, and that was I was getting a burrito, my normal burrito. Towards the end, I was getting them to throw that house ranch on there they have there.
Oh yeah.
And the girl, I guess she had just started there. Somehow, she heard when I said Hacienda Ranch, she thought I said sweet vinaigrette.
Ugh.
And she just dumped that shit all over my... And I was like, no, I asked for the Hacienda Ranch. And so she just took it and put it on top of it. It was the worst combination of tastes
Didn't that happen to you a second time too, except if it was like lemon zest or something?
Yeah, they put like some weird lemon sauce stuff on it. They don't have that anymore, so they can't make that mistake again.
Ugh.
But still, how do you mistake they're two very different sounding things?
I've had like citrus and Mexican food before. Gross. I don't understand how people like it.
I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. And I mean, I really haven't had any other bad experiences there. They're like a trashier Chipotle.
Yeah.
They're not as classy. You can
I like
watch
their
sports.
chips though.
Their chips are really good.
Their chips are.
They're
really
nice
good.
and seasoned. And there's a lot we could talk about food.
Did I already say that we have Wendy's?
No, we didn't get to the Wendy's.
Okay, so Oh yeah, we also have Taco Bell.
You
Wendy's
said
and
Taco Bell.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, well this fits into the story. Okay, so years
God.
ago... You already know,
I already know what's coming.
Okay, so this is before Nathan moved. He's already grabbing his stomach in pain.
I had some real experiences with this thing here.
Anyways, this was when Nathan lived in California,
North
Carolina, and
North Carolina is north of here.
Shut up.
California is west.
California is west. Fuck you.
We live in Maryland. North Carolina is south of here.
Messing with me. Right before this episode, I asked what direction the town was in, and he told me, and I said the opposite.
He still forgot.
I still forgot.
Yes. But anyways, yeah, I lived in North Carolina. The place I lived is about 300 miles south of this town. And basically what it was I came up for was a week I was up here.
I think it was a little longer.
Yeah, it might have been like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I was up here. It was a fun visit, and the last day I was here.
Oh, I want to tell.
Okay, I'll just lead into it. The big deal for me, which I'll get into it after Jeff says his thing, is that I worked a job where I worked from 3:30 to midnight, and so I was on that schedule. So when I left to come up to Maryland, I left at midnight. But then I sort of fell into a regular sleep schedule, and so I'll let you say what we did that day, right before I left.
I remember when you left. You texted me saying that you were leaving.
Yeah.
Because you were staying at my house the first night.
Yes.
And you just left work that midnight, and I had stayed up 5 hours.
Yep.
I was like, oh boy, my best friend, who I haven't seen in a long time, is coming up. I'm excited, so I'm going to stay up for 5 hours.
You know, you just made the jerk-off motion when you said I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm jerking off. You gotta do one thing.
And jerked off for 5 hours to pass the time.
That's why I fell asleep.
I can't sleep.
That's why I fell asleep as soon as you got here. You're like, oh, you're here.
I'll be right back. I have to finish.
I was edging really hard just. Anyways,
you go into the room. Just, ah! This is a scream for a full minute. Ah!
All right, night man.
We'll talk later.
So last day, we decide, and this is probably mostly my fault because I'm an idiot.
We're going out with a bang.
Yeah, one way or another. We decide we're gonna buy. Our thing was we liked to eat a lot of. We like to eat. Not only do we like to eat shitty food, we like to eat a lot of shitty food, and we ate a lot. We got a lot of food from Taco Bell. And then we got a lot of food from Wendy's.
Yes, we did.
And we ate all of it.
We watched some movie.
I don't remember what movie we watched.
It's a superhero movie. I don't remember which one.
And then Nathan had to go home.
Yeah.
And he... I'll let you finish this because this is more your experience.
Well, a couple things happened. One is that I was somewhere in Virginia when suddenly I had to poop. Bad. I had to poop really bad, and I don't know. And so one of the things is,
I'd say we ate like 5 pounds of junk each.
Yeah, I can actually remember exactly what I had.
Oh boy!
From both places. I had a Baconator, I had Junior Baconator, or Son of Baconator, whatever the fuck it's called. And then I had 5 spicy nuggets with barbecue sauce, and then from Taco Bell, I had the crunchy. The cheesy nacho burrito thing. It was just like had Fritos in it. And 2 chicken quesadillas.
They brought the cheesy nacho burrito back.
I know, I saw that. I'm going to eat it someday on cheat day. But anyways, yeah, so I had 2 quesadillas and one of those. And nachos. And a Mountain Dew. So I had all of that stuff. And it was too much. I felt it before I left. So 2 things happened to me on this drive. One is that, like I said, I kind of started to adjust my sleep schedule to a normal one, and it didn't translate well for when I decided to leave at midnight again. And I was somewhere in Virginia. I was very tired and very paranoid. And suddenly I had to use the bathroom really bad. And it was probably 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'd gotten a little slowed down because it had been raining really hard when I left. And I was somewhere around Richmond, Virginia, and the only places that were nearby were rest stops. So I had to pull into a rest stop at about 3 in the morning, and I was I think the only person there, but there was another car in the lot, and so I pulled up and I was like, okay, no one here. This big abandoned rest stop in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, and I have to poop. And I've never been so afraid for my life. And one thing, that all went well. Mm-hmm. It delayed me significantly, but it all went well. But I was terrified the whole time. I was washing my hands, and I was walking past the urinals out to the door of the bathroom. I didn't know the urinals had the motion sensors on them. So it was a little bit of a delay, but I got to the door, and all of a sudden this really loud echoing flush happened behind me, and I sprinted like I don't know. It was a good minute. I sprinted across this complex to where my car was. I've never simultaneously had to poop so bad and also thought I was going to die. It's a very confusing mix of emotions there. Talking a lot about pooping on the 10th episode of our podcast. I don't think they know me that well yet. Now you do.
This is the food and poop episode.
The foop episode. Why do I do what I do?
Pooping.
Nope. Ew.
Another... I guess that's the end of that story.
I guess.
Yeah. He got home safe. He texted me as soon as he got home. And then I went to sleep again.
Yeah, and then I had to go to work.
Yep.
Which is awful. Just awful.
So, the next story I have is... I don't remember why we were going to Wendy's. We were going for something. There was something that we wanted to get there. This was last year when we were driving up there.
Yeah.
And
angry guy. What was this? What did I call him?
Dude, I don't remember.
Did I just call him Mad Dad or something like that?
Because his wife was ugly.
Yeah,
and
his
then
wife
you were
was
making
ugly.
fun of his ugly wife the entire time.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember what happened. I think you quote-unquote cut in front of him, but I don't think you did.
No, he was being a dick.
Yeah.
And he was, like, swerving around. So, he was driving all aggressive, so I got in front of him in the fast lane, and then I matched the speed with the person next to us so he couldn't pass us.
Oh, yeah.
And he was very upset.
And he followed us.
Followed us into the parking lot of the Walmart next to the Wendy's.
And we got in the Wendy's parking lot, and we were like, I wonder if he's going to do something to your car. And I remember you saying, I hope he does, because I will hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will help. Also, I don't think he's that stupid. So he ends up driving by, and Nathan is just the most gentlemanly, like, about it. He's, like, obviously we're being rude, and we're being dicks about it, but, like, Nathan's being polite to the point where, come on. The dude drives around the Wendy's like 3 times until he sees us in like after we get our food, we're sitting down to eat. We're sitting at the tables by the window, and he's like in the street next to the Wendy's, and he sees us, and he flicks Nathan off, and Nathan just waves at him.
Yep. I like to, my favorite things to do on the road, or with aggressive drivers, is I like to make them even angrier by being really, how do I describe it? I like to be really cute. Be really cute with them, and they don't like that.
It's super patronizing.
Yeah, it is.
Condescending.
And so that's one of the biggest things is that, like, if you just wave at somebody when they're being really upset at you, they get even more angry. And another thing I like to do, this is while I'm driving, if anyone's being a dick and I kind of put it over on them, when I drive by, I blow them a little kiss.
That's my favorite thing.
I love to blow them a little kiss, and that never helps anything. I've never had a good thing happen because I blew a kiss at someone on the road.
I've never seen Nathan experience road rage because I'm pretty sure he saves that road rage and he converts it. Yeah, he converts it to road tyranny.
Road hilarity.
Yeah. He's king of the road. He's the traffic king.
I own the road in a very different way. I don't drive very aggressively. I drive fast. I don't cut people off. I stay in the lane. I don't swerve in and out of lanes and stuff like that. I'll slow down if there's a person. What do you...
Okay, so last week after I went to the Renaissance... this last week when I went to the Renaissance Festival after I bought that crown, driving home, I accidentally cut somebody off.
Oh.
And to make matters worse, I had just bought a crown,
and
like
you
a
were
fucking
wearing
costume crown, and I was driving home wearing this.
I wish you'd brought it today. I would have worn it.
So, when the guy honked at me, I waved at him through my back window, and I'm sure he saw this fucking douchebag.
This fucking guy wearing a king's crown.
Like, king in his shitty fucking old 2000 sedan, just...
literally thinking he owns the road.
I was calling myself the traffic king, and in the car, my girlfriend was with me. I had said something along the line of, The Traffic King has aired, and for that I apologize. And I did the wimpy wave back.
Sweeping them off, sort of.
Sweeping away the problem and just driving by. And they were so mad, but they also didn't follow me that long because they turned off eventually.
Have you ever been followed?
Yes.
Like, legitimately followed by somebody? Other than when the mad guy followed us? I think so. We just called him mad guy. Or angry guy. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing, is that when we were talking about fighting him, I called dibs on fighting his wife. so you would have to fight him.
I remember when we were looking in the back, we were looking in the rear view, and we were like...
He was stopped in front of our car, like, blocking us off for a second.
We couldn't tell that his wife was his wife. We're like, who's that ugly dude next to him? Oh, that's his wife.
Yeah, we were kind of dicks about it. But whatever, people need to stop being so upset. But anyways, so you've been followed, like... How far did someone follow you?
Like a couple miles. Eventually they just like... Because I don't care.
Right.
I mean, like, what are they going to do? They're going to follow me to my house and then beat me up at my house where I live across the street from a cop?
I think
There's 3 cops in my neighborhood.
I think I was legitimately followed by someone a few times. Like, I was worried I was being stalked. Like, staken out.
Was this in, like, North Carolina?
Yeah, it was when I lived in North Carolina.
I remember it was like a white SUV or something.
No, the white SUV is the thing that hit Keaton.
No, I remember you were being followed by some white vehicle.
I was being followed by, it was like a red sedan. That's what I was being followed by. And I think it was twice that they followed me, because like I worked probably 20 miles from my house where I lived in North Carolina. A lot of North Carolina stories.
Uh-huh.
And so I got off at midnight. We worked in this like little industrial complex, or this business park thing. So I pulled out onto the what the hell did they call it? I guess they just called it the Beltway in North Carolina too. It's the Beltway around Raleigh. I pulled onto that to drive towards my house, and I noticed that a guy had followed me from right outside of the business park onto the road, or to the Beltway, and that's not unusual because everyone kind of goes that way when they leave work for the night, but there weren't really any other businesses that stayed open that late in my area except for like the Taco Bell.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't really pay any mind to it, but we were the only 2 cars on the road, and we took the same exit, and then from the exit it's like another 10 miles to where I lived, and this car followed me the whole way to my house, to the cul-de-sac that I lived in, and then turned in the cul-de-sac, like did a circle in the cul-de-sac, pulled into someone's driveway, and just sort of sat there with like the lights on. And so I got out of my car and I went inside, and my bedroom faced the street, and so I came in and I didn't turn the light on in my room, and I walked out and I just watched the car sitting there for like 5 minutes before they just pulled out and left without like anyone getting in or out of the car.
Jeez.
That happened twice. And I'm a paranoid person, but I'm pretty sure someone was trying to kill me. So, trust no one. That's all I gotta say. What were we talking about? Food?
Yeah.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yeah, we were originally talking about food, but then...
Okay.
Like in Stinky Boy fashion...
That's the Stinky Boy way. We... Have I talked about my dick? Yeah, I talked about my dick. So we've covered sort of the whole spectrum. We got distracted. I talked about my dick. I even threw in a little poop there. Weren't you going to ask me a question, though?
No.
Well.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, like, which would you rather have in our area? Would you rather have, like, Denny's or an IHOP?
24 hours?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have a Denny's. Because I associate Denny's with, like, going there at 3 in the morning. Because we always had to make it, like, a 2-3 in the morning trip because none of our friends work the same fucking schedule. So no one's ever off at the same time, except in the middle of the night. And so we have to drive a good 40 minutes just to get there. And then we're all dickheads about it. I've never really been a dickhead at IHOP, except for... when I was unemployed and my roommate my roommates and I went to IHOP to celebrate me getting a job. They were dickheads, but I just wanted to eat free food. So yeah, I think I prefer a Denny's because I feel like I could enjoy myself more there. We've had a lot of bad things go on at Denny's. We've been very rude at Denny's.
I like Denny's food better also.
I like IHOP's pancakes better.
Yeah, their pancakes are good.
But I don't normally just get pancakes.
God, the last time we went, when we got the drink.
Oh God!
The tropical punch.
My God!
It probably wasn't even the fruit punch. It was probably the fruit punch syrup just poured into a cup.
It was like
ice.
It was like they took strawberry syrup for milk, put it in seltzer, or no, just put it in water, and then just added another 3 cups of sugar to it.
Yeah.
It's the sweetest thing I've ever had in my life, and I didn't like it at all.
I'm pretty sure I left with diabetes.
I don't drink anything anymore. I drink water, and then sometimes I drink the 0-calorie Monsters, and that's it. My body does not tolerate sweet things like it used to. I used to drink 2 liters of Mountain Dew like it was nothing. My body's not that body anymore.
Dude, it killed me. I got, what did I get? Ugh. I got the New York cheesecake pancakes.
Yeah. You were already stacking it on pretty high.
It was already super sweet.
We're really good at
making mistakes.
At making food mistakes. And that was a big part of a realization about ourselves, that we were inspiring the worst eating habits in each other. Just because we would hang out and be like, hey, do you want to eat 2 whole pizzas? Okay, and it's oh, do you want to go each get 8 giant chicken tenders and a thing of fries?
Also, a lot of mozzarella sticks.
And a lot of mozzarella sticks.
Do you want to cook this whole bag of mozzarella sticks and eat them all?
God, do you remember when we cooked the full pizza and 30 mozzarella sticks?
I don't want to think about it, but yes.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I do want to think about it because we were healthier then. So we could put that food in our body.
I feel like I wasn't healthier then.
Yeah, no, it wasn't healthy at all. But I mean, our bodies were good enough then that we could have.
It's only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, a couple of years of
all
eating
that
shit.
All that Mountain Dew and stuff really got to me. I had a soda. When did I have a soda?
I developed heart problems because of all the caffeine that I consumed in high school.
I have no caffeine tolerance, or no, I have the highest caffeine tolerance now. I drink energy drinks and then I'll go to sleep half an hour later and I'll be fine. I'll have a full night's sleep. And it's but then when I try to go to sleep, I'll sleep for 2 hours because I just can't. So yeah, we fucked our bodies up big time. I had a soda a couple weeks ago. It's the worst feeling I've had in a long time.
Dude, I had a soda when I had to order 80 pizzas for $80 worth of pizza. 80 pizzas. Oh
holy
God.
Shit.
$80 worth of pizza for my work. And then I had a soda. And I was like, this was a gigantic mistake. I remember, because I had both of my managers in the room with me. They asked me what was wrong, because I had a look on my face. And I said, this is the first time I've had a soda in about a year, and it's gross.
My diet
it wasn't even a real soda. It was a lemon lime soda. So.
Oh, it's a knockoff lemon, Mountain Peak? No, not Mountain Peak.
Knockoff Sprite.
That's an alcoholic drink. Oh, so it's even worse. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck. I don't know. My body is so different now. I just eat chicken and yogurt and bagels.
I had a really good sandwich today. It was a ciabatta sandwich. The bread was ciabatta.
Ciabatta's good.
With lettuce, turkey bacon, and turkey. With chipotle. And it was delicious.
Anything with chipotle on it. So good. I had a sub with sriracha. I just want to take just a bottle of sriracha and just squirt it into my mouth.
I have 3 bottles. Do you want me to bring you one?
Bring them over next time you come over.
Over.
Bring them over on Friday. We're gonna pregame the Amy Schumer show with sriracha. We're gonna take it to Baltimore with us.
I'm excited to see Amy Schumer.
It's gonna be
my dog's birthday.
It's gonna be like when I went to see Run the Jewels last summer, and we sat outside the club drinking Mad Dog, getting really drunk. But this time we're gonna be sitting outside of the Lyric, the Model, drinking sriracha out of the bottle.
Are you guys gonna be okay? Yeah.
I have to. I have to throw up.
Clearing our sinuses, though.
Oh, my sinuses are gonna be so clear.
Our eyes are going to be so full of water.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water. And I'm gonna pee for a full minute. Are we even talking anymore? What are we doing?
I don't know, but you know what I don't like about some bathrooms in like like concert
Like
halls,
classy bathrooms?
Yeah, classy, because they have the bathroom attendant in there, and I always feel obligated to donate money to this guy, but also I don't want to.
See, I don't carry cash on me because I
only have like change on me usually.
That's worse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's worse. But yeah, I can't do. Whenever I carry cash, I work in DC. It ends up going to the first homeless person I see. So
I know how I get all the change that I get. All of my friends give me their change.
I have 2 stacks of change over there from fucking change that one of our friends gives me.
I'll just take it and put it in my wallet.
I mean, it's a couple dollars. So, I mean, you're profiting from it.
I'll throw them in a self-checkout machine.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people collect like huge
the big water jugs, like
Yeah,
the 10-gallon jugs.
Yeah, full of change.
I don't know.
I hate them, but because also it's like that becomes like 100 pounds.
Yeah, how do you carry a full ass like 10-gallon jug of coins to your local Coinstar machine? It's like $10 worth of coins. Don't bother.
No, it's more than that.
I know it's more, but it essentially doesn't matter.
Like a jug, like a jar, like a peanut butter jar full of coins, that could get you like $10. But I had to give $200 to someone because they had a big mulligan jar, and I asked them why. Why would you collect them for that long?
I'm sure if I let my change accumulate, I could take it to a machine, but I get upset, and you see, I just throw the change, like I take it and I shotgun blast it across my room because I don't want to see it anymore.
He's broken a lot of things that way.
Yeah, I don't like change in both ways. I don't like the physical change, the currency, and I don't like change.
When Nathan moved rooms, because he used to live in the room across the hallway, the room that I'm going to be moving into, that was the biggest change he's had, and
ever.
He pooped the bed.
Oh my god, really? You're gonna bring that back? I was just about to end the episode too.
Episode 10.
Fuck.
I'm just kidding. He didn't poop the bed. He actually threw up a lot. He threw up a lot. He threw up a turkey. # throw up a turkey.
Fuck. Well, I guess it's time to end our 10th episode. We had a good run. I think that's it. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good 10 episodes. I think that's a good way to close it out. No more content. You're deleting your Twitter after this, right?
No.
I already deleted mine. Okay.
Well, tweet at Jafeman.
Yeah, only Jafeman. I guess you can start your own show if you want.
And
you can use my microphone
I'm
on
still
Wednesdays.
Gonna come over.
Yeah. I'll just play video games or something and
can you turn that down? I'm recording.
And run Audacity. Can you stop clicking so much? I think it's coming in my podcast.
I see it.
It's just called Good Smellin' Boy. Good Smellin' Boy podcast, starring Jeff. With musical guest The Roots.
I'm always just getting annoyed with you, just like making noises.
That's the whole show.
Stop.
It's me shuffling quietly around my room.
I'm trying to talk about nothing.
Nathan, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to record over here. It's a 45-minute...
I'm sorry.
It's just a 45-minute podcast of you silently drawing. No one can actually see what you're doing, but they can hear the pencil scratching and you get... Will you shut the fuck up?
God damn it, Nathan. Are you about to hit the... You're playing the drums right now? God damn it.
I love drums. I love them. It's my room. No, I'm just kidding. The show's not over.
It's fun. We like doing this, actually. So
I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding around.
We're going to keep doing it. So tweet at us.
Tweet
at us saying what the favorite part of this show was. what your favorite episode was.
Ooh,
Tell
yes.
us.
What is your favorite thing that we've talked about? I'm sure this episode will not be on your list. Tell us which one of us you like better. That'll cause some animosity between us who have been best friends for a while now.
Yep, every time that we have ever fought, it has been bad, and we've also wiped it from our memories.
Yeah, I'm gonna every person that tweets they like me better than you, I'm gonna manual retweet them and mention you, just so I make sure you can see it.
You have way too many followers, and my ego will be absolutely just... It'll be a rift. There will be nothing there.
I do have a lot of people on my side.
Um,
No, you gotta like us as a duo. You can't like one or the other. If there were like 4 of us, maybe it would be okay to be like, oh, I like this guy better. But no, it's not. It's not 2 people.
Don't break up the duo.
It's not 2 people having battling
Go
personalities.
ahead, break up the Beatles, but not the duo.
We're an ensemble. But also, I want you guys to... So with all the other things, we want you to tweet at us, together or separate, or at the show, at Stinky Boy Show. We want you to tell us your favorite episode, your favorite thing we've talked about. Tell us if you want us to talk about anything in the future. We said it before, but we're a lot closer than I thought originally. If you would maybe like to try and record an episode with us on Skype, let us know that. We have a couple people who would like to already, so...
DM one of our accounts, preferably, I don't know,
either
Fright Shark or, because he handles the technical stuff, most of the technical stuff for now.
Yeah.
And because I told you before, I want to get in on that.
Yeah.
So
we'll
I want it to feel more even.
We'll grow. It'll grow and things will change. But yeah, so DM me. I mean, you can just tweet at me too. I know a couple of people have already tweeted at me, but DM me. And what should they be DMing me? Just saying they want to be on the show?
Yeah, just tell us if you want to be on the show.
And then try to have something that you'd like to talk about if you want to be on the show. That way, because if there's one thing I hate, it's coming up with things. I'm really bad at it, and I would love to not have to do that anymore. And here's one. So do all that stuff. We'd appreciate it, and we'd love.
Probably do like an audition thing first.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If you want to try to do an episode, we'll call you on Skype or something.
And we'll talk with you.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation. We'll see if you're comfortable with it. Just because we'd like to include more people. We have a few people who really seem to enjoy what we're doing here. And I appreciate that, and I'd like to let people get in on it if they want to. So with all of that, also, one little bonus thing I want you to do. I want you to tweet at us.
Hashtag throw up a turkey.
Well, fine. But I want you to tweet at us and try to guess what our middle names are.
Ooh.
Yeah. We'll have to give someone something if they guess one of our middle names. What do we give them?
Automatically, if you know us in real life, you are exempt from this. You are not part of it. But I will give you a special something, like a kiss on the cheek or a chocolate bar.
Yes. So, yeah, there's a lot of people disqualified from that. Who else is disqualified? Kay, disqualified. She knows. I think she knows our middle names. That's it. People we know in real life, don't participate. But try to guess our middle names. Maybe our last names if you don't already know them.
Don't.
And then try to guess our social security numbers.
Yeah. Then you can...
And my PIN number.
My mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
My birthday's coming up. It's actually next Friday.
Yeah, you'll know his birthday. Yeah, Jeff's birthday is next Friday. I hope you got him a good gift.
Yeah, that'd be great. Honestly, my gift to all of you for my birthday would be for you to get me a gift.
Yeah, think of how unselfish that is of him.
Yeah.
On his own birthday, he's giving you the gift of the opportunity to give him a gift.
That's the greatest gift of all.
How many followers are you up to now?
I'm on 83.
Jeff's birthday, he better have 200 fucking followers.
Ooh.
Or I'm deleting my Twitter.
No. Don't. You delete your tweeter, and I'm gonna change Stinky Boy Show to Fright Shark.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna squat the name?
Yeah.
Shit.
And I'm gonna
start from scratch.
Yep.
You're gonna take my persona, take my avatar.
First tweet's gonna be, "Hi, my name's Fright Shark. I'm the scary shark which drive car. Thanks for follow, plus fave."
I don't know if that will fit in one tweet.
It's going to.
But I respect the hustle.
I'm gonna butcher it.
So anyways, yeah. Follow Jeff, please, you fucking assholes.
Please don't make any troll Twitter accounts for us because we hate that.
Yep, I've had that happen to me.
What was?
Shark Fright.
Yeah, I hated that guy. We thought it was someone that we knew.
Probably was.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker. Anyways, thank you for listening through all 10 of these episodes. I'm sorry. Jeff doesn't have to be sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry for my own behavior. And I'm sorry for talking about poop and my dick.
Yep, not all in the same sentence, though. Thank goodness.
I just did.
Shut up. Stop. I'm Jeff. I'm also sorry. But also, if you follow Stinky Boy Show on Twitter, we're actually not sorry. So...
Yeah. So figure it out on your own. That's your homework assignment. And all of the other homework assignments that we gave them. You had like 6 things to do this week, so you better get started as soon as you hear this.
Parent-teacher conference.
Yeah. Your grades.
I'm sure some of you are like old. Well, I'm sure some of you don't live with your parents, so it's going to be really weird when we have to sit you down with your parents.
Yeah. Some of them we know probably haven't seen them.
Unfortunately, your parents have passed, which my condolences. We will resurrect them.
Meet us at the graveyard.
Yeah.
For your parent-teacher conference.
We will dig them up and say...
We will entirely disrespect the dead.
Yep.
Because you didn't do a couple of stupid things for a podcast that's only been around for a month and a half.
Not only will we dig up those people, we will dig up the rest of the graveyard. And then we'll switch the bodies around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's just for fun. Because we're bad.
It's one of the things we like to do. It's October now. It's a spooky time of year.
Things.
I mean, I am the Fright Shark, and I
also,
become... Well,
if someone actually does dig up a bunch of bodies from the local graveyard and put them on, like, the porches of people's houses, it wasn't us. That's bad. I'm sorry. Please don't think that was.
Do not do that.
We do not.
We would never. I've never seen a dead body, nor do I have the desire to touch one. I'll make a bold claim. I've never been to a graveyard. I have been to a graveyard. It's a lie. I've been to a graveyard.
We talked about having go through a graveyard.
Oh yeah. I hope they didn't listen to that episode. Half this episode is us telling them what to do.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. You guys have a good night. Have a good night.
Thank you
guys
for
need to have a good night. Have a good night. We're telling you to have a good night.
Keep telling them.
I'm not done.
2 more times.
Check, please.
I'm not letting the episode end on that.
No, please. I'm already embarrassed.
Well, we get to sit here for another few seconds. You better figure out a way to...
Okay, that's at Fright Shark, and I'm at Jafeman, and hashtag throw up a turkey.
Check, please.
So, that picture you tweeted before about, like, the tank.
Oh, right.
I thought that was crazy. And then we were talking about it, and you said, good way to protect the people with a tank.
Yeah, I don't understand why all of a sudden police forces are just like, you know what, let's get a tank. There's no better way that we can come up with to keep the citizens of this city safe than to just get a tank.
I have no idea, like, how... Like, no crime that, like, an individual can commit by themselves, or, like, even, like, a small gang, like, would warrant the use of having a tank present.
I don't think there's any crime that warrants the police to use a tank.
No.
If you're fucking up that badly, the military should bring their tanks that they already have in to end whatever thing it is. I don't think that a police officer needs to know how to drive a tank. I think that's not something that they should cover in the police handbook for whatever fucking city just bought a police tank.
Alright, fellas, we just bought a tank. Why?
I fucking hate cops. Like...
they're so far off the mark from what they should be.
There's a couple, there's always a couple okay ones. There's a couple guys in this area in particular that, yeah, they're all about helping the community and all that stuff, and that's fine. But every cop is just harassing people, even if they are those good guys. They still, part of their job, whether they want to or not, is that they have to go out and harass people for 7 hours a day.
Yep.
And it's fucking terrible. It's not what the police are supposed to be. Every run-in I've ever had with a police officer has been the most dick-headed guy I could ever run into, and it's so fucking annoying. I don't know if I talked about it on the show. I feel like we talked about it last week, but not on the show. About when the dudes pulled up outside my house, in the middle of the night that one time. I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but we were in high school. It was like a Saturday night. 2 a.m, something like that, and this car just pulls up. Our street was a dead end, and we lived at the end of the street. So this car just pulls up to the end of the street and parks, and they turn their lights off. I saw there were 3 or 4 dudes in the car.
Yeah, I remember we did talk about this, but I don't know if it was on the show.
It might not have been on the show, but so they're just sitting out there, and they kept getting out and popping the trunk and pulling stuff out of the trunk, big duffel bags and stuff, and so. It looked like they were carrying bags full of guns or something. So I called the police, and I was just like, hey, this is my address. There's this car full of guys, and they keep getting out of the car and pulling things out of the trunk. And I don't feel safe. Could you get someone to come out and take a look at it? And they're like, yeah, we'll send someone out. And then 45 minutes, an hour later, the guys had already left. A cop pulls down the street with its lights flashing, the big spotlight on, flashing right in our window in the middle of the night. Of course, the guys aren't there, so he comes and bangs on the front door in the middle of the night to reprimand me for calling the police when there was nobody there. And he's like, that's a felony, wasting police time and stuff like that. And you can go to jail for a serious amount of time for that. And I was like, well, I wasn't wasting your time because I called you and then no one ever showed up, and then they left, so they're gone already. And then 2 days later, they did find a bunch of weed on the ground there. So they're there was someone here, and they actually came back. I wasn't there at the time. They came back to the house and were trying to figure out if it was someone's weed from our house. Yeah, I wasn't there at the time. I was at school, I think.
Wow.
Anyways, police are shit.
That's good police business. That's good. Good old Flatfoot snoopery right there.
Oh yeah, he really
you know what?
Put his nose to the ground.
The guy, someone we had a call about this. In this spot, there was a guy said that there was a car and there was stuff getting loaded, and it was that house right over there. I bet it was his weed. His weed. He was 15 years old.
Real gumshoe that one.
I bet it was his. He called the cops on himself. The real Dick Tracy over there. Huh. That's what he sounds like.
Okay. The 2 other real run-ins with cops I've had is after I graduated, the month that I was back up in Maryland, I was with one of my friends, and we wanted to go to Wawa. We were both broke teenagers. We didn't have a car. It was probably 2 miles from where we were, so we just walked. Again, it was like midnight, maybe 1 a.m, and we were cutting through a parking lot. We passed by this car, and then we noticed there was a cop kind of driving around the parking lot. So we passed by it, and I guess that made the cop think it was our car. So he turned his lights on, came and stopped us, made us stand there for 15 minutes while he... I don't know. I never know what cops are doing in their cars right after they stop somebody or pull someone over. They're just sitting jerking off in their car for half an hour.
I've been inside. I've actually sat inside the driver's seat of a cop car because his police laptop broke down, and he probably should not have had me try to fix it.
Probably not,
because that's probably that's on him.
Oh, you would have gotten in trouble for it anyway, though.
Yeah, probably, but I didn't. And I fixed the guy's laptop for him.
That should give you 1 free crime.
Yeah.
If you help a cop, you get 1 free crime. But anyways,
actually, I have a card. And it's like, oh shit. He's like,
Yeah.
they're like, this is a get out of jail free card because there's always some smart. Yeah, except it's a real one. And he was like, oh shit, this one's notarized.
It's a police card. But anyways, so this guy sits in his car. We have to stand on the curb for like 10, 15 minutes. And he gets out and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? I was like, we're just walking to Wawa. We wanted to get something to eat. He was like, you know how late it is, right? We're like, yeah, we weren't doing anything. We were just... I was like, I have a wallet and a phone on me. That's all we've got. And he was just like, well, you guys need to be careful. And like he got back in his car, and he took our IDs and stuff. He got back in his car, and when he got back out, he was like, okay, well, we took your information down, and we have your ID on file, and we wrote down that this is where you were at this time. So if anything happens, we'll know that this is one of the times someone had contact with you. And I was like, okay. So he hands us back our IDs, and he hands us like a slip of paper, and it was dark, so we couldn't see what it said until we got to the Wawa, and it said that we had been cited for suspicious activity. And I was like, you motherfucker.
Wow.
He got us. Yeah, so it's kind of a dickheaded move. And then the other time, legitimate thing, I got pulled over for speeding. The only time I've ever been pulled over. Actually, not true. The only time I've ever gotten a ticket. I used to get pulled over all the time in my old car, my Explorer, because somebody kept reporting it stolen. And so they kept pulling me over because my car was reported stolen, and then I had to show them my registration to tell them that it was not stolen. And then they had to try to figure out if I was the one who reported it stolen, and I never was. That happened like 3 times. And it was always up here. It was never in North Carolina where that vehicle was registered.
Wow.
So I guess somebody saw a North Carolina vehicle in Maryland and was like, oh, that car's been stolen. But yeah, but the only time I've ever gotten a ticket, I was speeding. It wasn't that bad. It was like a 72 and a 55.
Yeah.
Everyone drives 70 on Route 4, even though it's a 55. Cops know that. Cops don't give a shit. Like, unless you are in the town and you're doing 70. That's the only time that it matters. But there's always one asshole that wants to hit his quota or is just a dickhead who got bullied in school and wants to take it out on everybody.
Yeah.
So he pulls me over for doing 72 and a 55. And I am a firm believer that when you get pulled over by a cop, you either get a lecture or you get a ticket. You don't get both. But this guy stopped me, made me sit and wait, got out of his car, asked me why I was going so fast, and the reason was because I was trying to get onto an exit, and no one was letting me over, so I had to speed up to get into the other lane. I told him that, and he was like, well, he starts giving me a lecture. He's like, you gotta plan your exits better. If you know where the exit's at, you gotta start getting over into that lane earlier. And he talks to me for a couple of minutes about why I was bad and the worst person, and then he was like, okay, and I thought that was it. I was like, okay, I apologize. I'll be better. I'll do better at that in the future. And so he went back to his car, and I started pulling away, and then he turned the siren on, like, because he just turned the lights on before. He turned the siren on and made me pull over again, and he was like, I wasn't done with you. I was like, you sounded like you were done with me. I'm sorry. And he wrote me a ticket.
What a dick.
I was like, dude, you sat and talked to me for like 5 minutes. You wasted my time. That's worth the amount of the ticket you were going to give me. And then he gave me one anyways. Fucking dickheaded thing to do.
I think that, like, there needs to be, like, a full restructuring of, you know, the police system.
I think Battle Royale.
No.
I
meant, like, a legitimate, like, restructuring. Like, I understand the whole speeding thing, but it's only a problem if they're going like 80 miles an hour or something. Like, if someone's going 70 in like a 55, like, and they're on a highway, as long as they're staying in their lane and like they're not crashing into anybody, like, I think that's fine. As long as they're like with traffic.
Look,
but
if there was no one on that road, I would go 95 miles an hour on that road. full disclosure, if I had the foresight to know that there were not any cops on the road, and I also knew that there were no other drivers on the road,
no.
I would be going like 95, 100. My car can go 160. I'd probably do 110, at least. I would, because I'm in a car. I'm already committing the act of going faster than a human is supposed to go. Why not go even faster? I'm already playing God by doing this thing, this amazing thing. And I don't know, it's like, if you don't know how to drive a car, then it's a problem if you speed. Like, if you're isolated from traffic and you want to drive faster, it's fine because you're not putting anyone but yourself in danger. And at that point, you're already being a liability because you're driving a car. It doesn't make sense that I get in trouble for going 2 miles per hour faster than everybody else was going anyway. I just don't. I just think that we need to just we need to do a trial period, a couple weeks with no cops.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a bad idea. But
I'll be the cop.
Yeah, leave it to the people. Give everybody guns
and handcuffs.
Yeah, everybody has guns and handcuffs.
No guns.
Just handcuffs.
No, cops shouldn't have guns either. Just so you know, I don't think cops should have guns.
Oh, I absolutely don't think
they
cops
should
have
use
guns.
their wits. If someone has a weapon, they should use their wits to disarm them and their charm.
I think the only kind of gun a cop should have is like a stun gun.
If they wanted to have like a stun gun or one of those like concussive guns that just like gives you a big headache or makes you shit yourself or whatever the fuck they do,
that'd be fine.
Yeah, I think we need a shit gun.
Yeah, we don't need a gun that they don't need weapons that can take human lives. They're not like, lately you see a whole lot of things on the news about the cops quote unquote feeling threatened, so they take lethal action.
Well, guess what? Cops should feel threatened. Because I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I'm going to fight every cop. It's going to be like that scene from The Matrix 2. Where Neo's fighting all the Agent Smiths, but it's going to be cops. And I'm Neo. I'm going to put the pole in the ground and I'm going to kick all over them.
That was actually a cool scene.
If you go back and watch that movie now, it does not hold up.
It doesn't?
No, the first movie holds up better than the second two, or the second and the third.
Shit.
That scene is so cheap looking now. They remade it. What was that Matrix game where you played as Neo? The One? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
I think it was what it's called. They remade that scene, and it looked better than the movies did.
Wow.
That's pretty bad. That was like 2007, maybe? Yeah. It was not a good scene. I mean, it was a good scene. It just doesn't look good anymore. It's an interesting concept. But anyways, that would be me versus all cops. And they'd keep pouring out of the doors, and I'd just keep hitting them with the pole.
I also hate how cops have to, this might be incorrect, but it seems this way, that cops have to hit, like, a stupid speeding quota, because that is a waste of goddamn time.
Well, they spend all that money on giving them guns and ammo.
Yeah.
They have to make up for it somehow.
The thing is, I've had to call I had to call the cops a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, every time the cops have never shown up on time. It's like the cups have always been, like, turned over, bereft of liquid.
Yeah, okay.
Just very...
Okay. Keep going.
They've always, like, shown up, like, 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
Then when I call them, like...
Cops are shit.
I remember I had to call in a shoplifter once, and when I did that, they asked me a bunch of questions, and, like, the thing was, the questions they asked me were a bunch of, like, preliminary questions, which would branch off into other questions. And I answered, no, I don't know that person. It was like, that person doesn't look... Like, I only recognized the one person. I was like, there's someone else was driving. And I didn't see him. And, so, let's see. They pulled up the person, the actual shoplifter. I was like, yeah, it was her. She did it. Like, that's her picture. And then they pulled up the driver, and I was like, I didn't see the driver. Just said that I didn't see the driver. And they were like, oh, this car is stolen. He was like, does this guy look familiar? And it was, like, registered to a guy in Florida. And I was like, no, how would... I had to stop and be like, how would I recognize that guy? He's from Florida.
Also, yeah, they always make it like when you call the police for something,
They make you the bad
they
guy.
never make you feel like they trust you. That's not how police work should go. And
it should be like, isn't the slogan for cops serve and protect?
it's
Isn't that what they're meant to do?
intimidate and shoot black teenagers.
Uh,
Also, well, hold on. I'm going to end it on this because we've kind of been doing this for a little bit. Why the fuck are cops always late to things? Like, why are they always take so long when you call the police?
oh, they're jerking off.
Because, well, okay, this is very specific and very local. But if you think about our area, especially where you work, there is like 4 spots right outside of that store where cops sit and try to catch speeders. Like you'd think that there's a pretty good chance that one of those 4 cops is somewhere in the area. Not to mention the cops that are always driving up and down the road. There's no chance there's ever a cop more than 5 minutes away from that store. Why the fuck would it take them an hour to get there when they get called?
You know, I've seen this thing where whenever a situation's called in, like it goes on the scanner, or whatever, and like the cop, they have to basically pick up the thing and say, "Oh, I'm on it." So I'm imagining that whenever I call something in, or whenever someone calls something in,
It's
like,
ugh.
I don't want to do this,
I
and
fucking hate Safeway.
and then they call it in, and there's like, someone's got to do it. I'm like,
I'm trying to revive a dead baby. Like, they're all calling in shit excuses. I found treasure. I can't go to the call. I found treasure.
It's like, the last guy just said he found treasure.
We got no one else. We got a guy trying to revive a baby. Guy found treasure. You're the only car in the area. It's like, oh, he shoots himself in the knee. It's like, I'm incapacitated.
Officer down, and he like looks in his passenger seat. There's a chest of treasure.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit.
I knew I already had my excuse. Why'd I shoot myself?
He's like, I actually had. And the second guy's like, the second guy that called, and he said that he was the first guy that said he had treasure. He was like, I wish I had treasure. It was like, if they investigate,
He had actually before shot himself in the knee and was lying about the treasure. So he's also shot in the knee, but he doesn't have treasure.
It's like, shit, why'd I say that?
And that's the moral. All cops should shoot themselves in the knee. And that's going to be the end of it, I think.
Poop. No, end it.
I'm going to hit the right button this time.